Jalen Reagor's trash. Should not even be paired to Justin Jefferson. But I love the fact Justin Jefferson he don't deserve it. No, he don't. But he should be playing like a first round pick. And that's my problem with him. You know, I kind of agree with Justin Jefferson, but at the same time, I disagree. Because when you're the number one pick, we expect you to be better than what the guy that was previously drafted. We expect you to be that dude. You know, we saw in TCU what Jalen Reagor was going to be. A guy that was going to use punt return as advantage to spark a team like the Eagles who were completely dead. You know, we drafted you number one. If we didn't draft Jalen Reagor, right, and we drafted Justin Jefferson, I don't know for sure we would have went after Devontae Smith. A lot of people think, well, we could have Devontae and Jefferson. Well, you wouldn't need those two because if you had your number one, you would had other positions you would have probably filled, which means Devontae would probably go to New York. You know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of glad and I'm kind of not because now we need a number one receiver. Whether it's Calvin Ridley, who I'm not a fan of. I've been saying all along, I'm not a fan of Calvin Ridley. Would I be mad we bring him in for a third and fourth? No. But if we give up first, I'm going to be pissed off. You know, DK Metcalf is a guy that I would love to have over a guy like JJ. I mean, absolutely. I mean, JJ is not even compared to Metcalf. The guy is a bona fide bum. All right. The man doesn't know how to run routes, and he's a complete blocker. Okay. You look at all these players that we passed up with this A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin, you know what I'm saying? Metcalf, Mac Wilson, all these players, man, producers, studs. And you took a Sharif Miller, you took a Thorson, you took a JJ. I mean, come on, man. The only one that produced was really, let's be real, Miles Sanders, who can't stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a complete bust. I just think he just can't stay healthy. But the J.J. Arcega-Whiteside situation to me was worse than the Jefferson and Reagor situation because at the time, I didn't think Jefferson was going to be that damn good, like with the way he is, but I can admit I was wrong. And people say, do you watch LSU? No, that's why I didn't know. And that's why I started following LSU because of Justin Jefferson after he went. And I started seeing Jamar Chase, and I'm like, this guy's going to be a stud. You know, I thought Jamar Chase was the number one, Justin Jefferson was the number two. And it turns out two could be the number one. You know, number twos can be number ones all the time. But Jalen Reagor is a guy that showed flashes in his rookie year and then just disappeared. And he's been given year two. I don't think he's going anywhere, so probably going to get year three. And I don't think he's going to do nothing. But you need another receiver, and I would get rid of Jalen Reagor because I think he's absolutely trash. Jalen Reagor's provided nothing. It's nothing to do with the fact that we want him to be Justin Jefferson. We want him to at least show you something like, yo, I can show you something. I'm a first-round pick. All right, you know, stick with you. The guy can't clearly field a punt. He's absolutely inaccurate with his route running. He's one of the worst passing catching receivers in the NFL. The man had less yards than Henry Ruggs, who was locked up in week 8. That's crazy. To think that a number one pick that went to jail for absolutely killing someone in a car wreck had more yards than your number one pick out of TCU. No, that the man's complete. The reason why he's probably unproductive is because you're on Twitter, bro. You're out here fighting Eagle fans because they want fantasy points. Just ignore them and play your game. Instead, you want to act like a damn clown. You know, you want to fight everybody. You don't want to do this. How dare everybody criticize me? What is me? All that BS crybaby shit. I can't tolerate that. I couldn't tolerate it with Carson Wentz when he cried. I want him out of here. You know what I'm saying? I can't tolerate babies. You know what I'm saying? When these entitled players think they're all above the law or they're above everybody and they can just do what the hell they want. No, I don't got time for that. Jalen Reagor is absolutely trash. It has nothing to do with the fact that he was taking over Justin Jefferson. We look at that because it was like, we got Justin Jefferson. Because people think, honestly, that we would have taken Devontae Smith also. And we probably would have. We never know. Probably not. Because we never take number ones back to back. If anything, we might take one this year. I think we're going to take one in the draft again. I have a feeling we will in the first round. Somehow I feel like one of those receivers is coming to Philadelphia. Why do I think that? Because Jalen Reagor is absolute garbage. And I don't know if Howard Wilson's going to spend big money in receiver money. I just don't know that. Usually you got players, you got Cincinnati who has enough money. What if they go and decide to sign another receiver? You know what I'm saying? Or they sign a guy that we want. What if DJ Chark said, you know what, fuck Jalen Hurts, let me go play with Joe Burrow? You know what I'm saying? He won the Super Bowl. You know, just say he wins the Super Bowl. The Rams, you know, they don't have no money, but you got all these receivers, and I don't know if the Eagles are going to go in this season and think that receivers, a free agency is a need. They could go in the draft. You never know what Howard Roseman is going to do. You know what I'm saying? This is why that I've been saying that Howard Roseman should be gone, because we don't even have a stable receiving corps. None of these players, except Devontae Smith, and let's be real, Quez Watkins was all right, but he wasn't all that. His yards mean nothing. It's about your production. And there was a couple times where he was wide open and he drops the ball. The Denver Broncos is a perfect example. You got to catch that ball. And I don't blame Quez Watkins because I think he produced. I think he's better than Reagor at his position. And I think he was very, very underrated, in my opinion. If he had Jalen Hurts was able to read defense better, was able to throw his receivers throw receivers open. And that's something you got to learn, because when people say, well, Jalen Hurts stinks. Well, because he's a project coordinator. What the fuck did you expect? You knew Jalen Hurts was a project quarterback, so why are you getting him so upset? You know what I'm saying? You knew he's a project quarterback. Mahomes don't grow on trees. Watson does not grow on trees. You got to develop those guys. And Jalen Hurts will never be those two, so you better get the hell over it. A Rodgers don't grow on trees. That's something you draft and develop. Rodgers was developed into being that dude. You know what I'm saying? These quarterbacks that you want are development. They take time. They don't jump out trees unless they're really that good in the first round. And they usually go top first. You know what I'm saying? These quarterbacks coming out this year, none of them are really franchised. They're developing their projects. They're bust or miss or bust. I'm sorry. They're either bust or ace, the draft pick. And you got your quarterback, or bust or boom. These quarterbacks in this draft are not worth taking. Yeah, you want them. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Reagor's just trash. Doesn't have the awareness to be receiver. Isn't a number one. Should have been drafted probably number 3. A round 2, late round, in a late round second or late third. But yeah, and I don't blame Jalen Reagor for that one. I blame the GM and the Howard Roseman's organization. You know what I'm saying? What were you thinking when you took him over? A guy like Justin Jefferson. You said you didn't want a slot guy, but yet you took one. Makes no sense. You didn't want to give up a second round pick and the first to go up and get a Lamb. That would have been very good for the Eagles. It would have been very good. You know, so you drafted a Jalen Hurts who you want to get rid of. You want to remember to be interested in Wilson and Watson and all these guys. And you know, you want a quarterback factor. Well, why did you take Jalen Hurts? You could have got a CeeDee Lamb. And that's why I get so frustrated how Roseman when he says that. Because you didn't have to get Jalen Hurts. You had a German chin on the board and you drafted Jalen Hurts over him. So it means that you were committed to him that time, but now you're not committed to him because he has upgrown pains. Makes no sense. And I love how the fact that Howard Roseman was pushing the blame on Lurie. No, you were part of the issue too with the draft. And stop blaming Lurie for everything, because you were part of it too. Lurie and Howard Roseman work together. They definitely agree with each other before they make a pick. So stop blaming everybody on it. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside always will be looked at as a what if. What if we took in Metcalf? Which, my God, he looks so good in the Eagles uniform. What if we took a Justin Jefferson? My God, looks so good in the Eagles uniform. But yeah, you got these two bums on the team. And Devontae Smith is a baller. I love Devontae. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be a star for a long time. But Quez Watkins is a guy that I think can be. But other two, no, I don't. I think they're absolutely bums. And I don't think they would be good in Philadelphia. They need to go somewhere else where it's not hostile and it's not too tough in Philadelphia, not too tough over the city. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Eagles didn't draft Mims, I thought, right? Because of the city. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man. So let me know what y'all think about just Jefferson comments. I just think it's because of him not living up to the number 1 pick. If he was living up and showing production, we wouldn't even have to look at Justin Jefferson. Because we probably would have saw something like, yo, all right, I like this. Or even show a little bit, like your punt returns been better. You know what I'm saying? You were good at punt returns, all right? Devin Hester wasn't the best receiver, but he was good at punt returns, and that's why he was on the roster. You know, so you're not even a Devin Hester. You know what I'm saying? You're just a fat, lazy-ass receiver, like a Dorian Beckham. I call him Reagor Beckham Jr. because that's what he is. He's Jalen Beckham Jr. And that's what I call him. Dorian Beckham Jr., Jalen Reagor Beckham Jr., same thing. I think they're just a lazy-ass receiver who has no worth ethic and doesn't want to get better. And that's just my thought. Let me know what you're thinking about.